Organic emergency food. Available now at shop.real.video.
There are times when I'm not sure how much I can share publicly on certain topics, and this broadcast is one of those days. But I'll share as much as I can. I'm probably going to push this to the edge of what is okay. This midterm election is so crucial for the future of our country, and the outcome of this election determines in a huge way what happens next. And I'm going to explain that here, at least my understanding based on my analysis, my contacts, sources, and projections. The combination. It's not 100% guaranteed to be right, but it's a pretty solid, educated guess with some good contacts. However, in order for the good things to happen, you may have to vote for some establishment rhino Republican in your local election. We cannot allow Democrats to gain a majority in the House. If they gain a majority in the House, then everything changes. They will impeach Trump. At least the House will. They will vote to impeach him. The media will go on an all-out attack to try to drop his popularity in the polls to get him to resign, because they probably can't win impeachment, a verdict in the Senate. You know, impeachment is a two-part process. It's the House and the Senate. The House, under Democrats, will absolutely vote for impeachment. And then the media will report that Trump has been impeached. But the Senate won't convict him. But they'll try to get him to resign. Most importantly, if the Democrats win the House, they will control all of the investigations from the House. So they will end all the investigations of the deep state that are currently being run by people like, Trey Gowdy and Jim Jordan, and to some extent, Paul Ryan, although he's a globalist himself. Again, if the Democrats win, America is lost. And you may have to go out and vote for a Republican that you don't like, but I'm telling you, this one time, do it. Go out and vote for all Republicans this time. And I'm not even establishment Republican. I don't believe in the rhino Republicans. Some of them are just as corrupt as the Democrats. But for this moment in history, we all have to vote for Republicans, even if we hate it. Hold your nose and vote, as they say, because we cannot let Democrats gain a majority in the House. Now, here's why Democrats are working so hard to get that majority, because they know, and here's what's coming, that I'm not so certain how much I can talk about. They know that if Republicans keep the majority in the House and the Senate, which is very likely in the Senate, by the way, the House is what's really up for grabs. If the Republicans maintain the majority, very soon after the election, there will be mass arrests of Democrat deep state operatives. There will be arrests of everybody from James Comey for obstructing justice to Peter Strzok, Loretta Lynch, Eric Holder, and even Barack Obama and Hillary Clinton will be criminally investigated and very likely indicted. Hillary Clinton, for certain, will be indicted. Barack Obama is not as certain, but he's complicit in many, many crimes against America, such as funneling billions of dollars in weapons, nuclear weapons systems to Iran, for example. If we can keep the House, that is, conservatives can keep the House, then all of this starts. And the reason is they can't do this now. I mean, Trump he's already got indictments ready to go against thousands of deep state operatives throughout all levels of the government. He's got these indictments ready to go under the DOJ. And whether Sessions is there or not doesn't matter. He'll fire Sessions if he has to. He'll fire Rosenstein and Sessions, and he'll get somebody in there who can do the job. But he can only do this if Republicans maintain the House, because it's the congressional investigations that are turning over the evidence that are necessary for these prosecutions. You see, the House can demand and subpoena evidence from the corrupt FBI and from the corrupt DOJ, by the way, which Jeff Sessions has turned into a traitor. And so he's not even cooperating with the Trump administration. But Congress can demand these documents, and they are, and they're getting the job done, but it's just taking time. So the Democrats are playing a stalling game to try to stall all these investigations until after January of next year, when they can get more Democrats in control, they hope, and take over all these investigations and shut them down. And then we lose America at that point. At the same time, Trump can't launch these arrests before the election because there will be a massive, massive outcry. There will be, from the left, because they're deranged and they hate America. They want to destroy America, make no mistake. So they will protest the arrests of the treasonous criminals who have served the evil of the Democrats, or as I call them, Democrats. Seriously. There will be massive protests nationwide by liberals in liberal cities. There will be martial law. There will be enforcement of public safety. National Guard troops will be activated in 20 plus cities nationwide. This will all happen as a result of the mass arrests of the left-wing deep state operatives. We're going to drain the swamp like you've never seen before in this country. Trump is ready to drain the swamp. He's ready to pull the plug. He's ready to issue the arrest warrants and actually dispatch Capitol Police, in some cases, federal agents, in other cases, loyal people who will go out and literally arrest and put people in handcuffs, people like Hillary Clinton, who is guilty many times over for obstruction of justice and destruction of evidence and many other felony crimes. Clearly outlined, James Comey outlined the prosecution case against her, by the way, and then said we won't prosecute her because she didn't mean to do it. Nonsense. That's not what the law requires. So this will all happen in one night. You will wake up one morning and there will be mass arrests already having been completed. These deep state operatives will be in handcuffs, and we will finally take back America. America will be restored to a republic instead of it being run by evil, evil people. Now, to summarize this again, Trump can't take this action before the election because it would set off too much of a fierce, like a whiplash effect. It could cause him to lose the midterm elections. And not that he's running, but Republicans who support Trump might lose the midterm elections because the media will say that this is Orwellian. The media will say this is dictatorial tyranny, that Trump is turning America into a police state, that Trump is trying to become a dictator and a king. No, he's not. He's just trying to clean out the swamp. He's trying to drain the swamp. He's trying to get rid of the corruption. He's trying to go after the deep state and put those people behind bars. And it takes a clean sweep type of operation. In fact, if anybody from Trump's camp is listening, we support you. We fully support you. We are patriots, and we will also take to the streets to defend our nation, by the way, and defend our communities and defend our law enforcement officers and sheriff's deputies and National Guard troops. We, the people, will defend you. We will help protect you as you take this action to clean out the swamp creatures that have tried to overtake, overrun, and destroy America from within. It's time to clean out the traitors within our country. There are domestic enemies in America, and they need to be arrested and put behind bars. And trust me, Trump has a plan to get this done. But he's got to win the midterm elections in order to do this. So this election is absolutely crucial. If we win the midterms, we win the war. Because over the next 2 years, Trump will go after these deep state swamp creatures. America will erupt over that, but he will arrest certain people. Well, I'm not even going to say that. I'm not even going to go there. I'll just say that we will take back America because the deep state operatives who have tried to betray America will be behind bars no matter where they have served. Whether they're in government or other institutions, they will be arrested, they will be indicted, they will be imprisoned. And when the radical left takes to the streets to try to burn down America, it's going to come time for patriots at that point to work alongside law enforcement, National Guard troops, to defend your communities, defend your families, defend your nation. That's what it's going to take. There is an eruption coming. There's going to be a Civil War type of face-off nationwide. There's going to be protests in 20 plus cities across America. You might ask, why do I keep saying 20 plus cities? Well, that's the number that I've been told. That's 20 plus cities is what's currently being planned for. And there are plans to tackle the arrests, the protests, and to quell the violence in 20 plus major cities across America. That plan is in place, and they are preparing to do it. So be sure to go out and vote. Your vote counts. The future of our nation depends on your vote. If we don't keep the House, then things get very, very dicey. They'll try to impeach Trump. They may set off an actual civil war at that point. I'm not sure. It's less clear to me what happens if the Democrats take over the House. But it's not good. It's not pretty. Even if the Republicans keep the House, it's still going to be 2 years of social strife and chaos and massive protests and a lot of blood on the streets as Trump cleans the swamp, drains the swamp, and radical leftists try to commit massive violence everywhere across America. And they get met with, legal and lawful self-defense force or law enforcement force to stop their violence. There is the next 2 years cannot be free from, chaos. There's going to be chaos one way or another. And the timer starts on election day. It's just a question of how this plays out. So, look, I pray for your safety. I pray for our country. I am here to do everything in my power to defend our president, to defend law and order, to defend the United States of America, and even to defend my state, Texas, my community, my home, my family, if necessary. And there are millions of people like me, tens of millions, maybe over 100 million in America, who are sick and tired of the BS, the lawlessness, the hatred and the violence of the left. And we are going to take a stand for our country. We will stop the left-wing terrorists. We will stop their violence. And we will use legally available lawful tools in order to stop that violence, defend our country, protect our fellow brothers and sisters in blue, and help keep this country on track to being saved, literally saved by this President Trump, who is the first person in a long time to actually want to save America. He needs our support. God bless him. And we've got to support him. He's sacrificing everything just to try to save this country. And there's so many enemies within this country that are trying to destroy him and censor my voice and shut down our platform and overrun this country with communism. Eventually, you're going to have to physically stop the traitors from overrunning your country, murdering your president, taking over everything. You're going to have to physically stop them one way or another. So just be prepared, people. And I say all this in the name of civility, law and order, and ultimately a peaceful society. Well, the left doesn't want a peaceful society. They want chaos. They want lawlessness. They want white people to be beaten on the streets. They want Trump supporters to be murdered out in the open. We can't stand for that. We will not stand for that. We will fight to end the violence, to save America, to support our president, and secure our future as a constitutional republic. We will fight for those goals. Make no mistake. This is Mike Adams, the founder of Real.video. Thank you for watching. God bless America. Thank you for watching. If you want to support our mission, visit us at healthrangerstore.com for the world's largest selection of lab-verified superfood and nutritional products for healthy living. It's at healthrangerstore.com.
Launch your own video channel for free at Real.video.